Welcome to another episode of House in the Garage. It's been a while since we recorded an episode, but in this one we will be working on the Lexus, of course. We got a CBS Customs transmission mount, and we will make sure or see if it actually fits our application. It's meant for a Supra, but in regards of how the brackets and everything works, I think it may work, and you'll see in the video shortly. As well as adding an additional quick release steering wheel to the setup. Just it would be nice to have two, and especially if I need to move the car, I want to get the nicer one dirty. So stay tuned and let's get to it. All right, so I have a mess here, but this transmission bracket is from CBS Customs. It comes with this piece, which is what connects to the BMW transmission, as you see here, right there on this one. And then the bottom piece, this one here is for a Mark IV Supra. Since I don't have a Mark IV Supra, the bolt patterns are slightly different. So if I go and I kind of lay them here, you can see the bolt pattern is just slightly off, right? So there's that, and here's kind of off. If I try to center it, they kind of overlap a little bit. But the parts that are pretty standard, I guess, is just where the transmission bushing goes. So those kind of fit in the proper spot. So if you see how the transmission mount sits on this transmission here, you see they have the bracket right here, and then this piece comes here. There's a little bit of gap right here, so I'm hoping that this will be plenty of spacing so I can actually put it in and use the Lexus GS300 transmission mount bracket. So that's what I'll be working on doing, swapping pretty much the one that's there right now is the OEM one, and it doesn't really fit properly in the car. So that will be the goal, to see if I can get that to work. So first, gotta lift the Lexus and get it in the air in jack stance. So now it wants to work. Okay, well, people have been asking me how does the BMW 335i transmission fit on the transmission tunnel of the GS300. You guys can see, and it's pushed up right now with the jack. You can see it's right there. So right now I have it pushed up because I need to relieve the tension that is on this bracket. This is the only bracket that's holding this transmission up. So that way I can take this off, pretty much take that bolt off, take this bracket off, then take this other bracket, which is not really being held. And then what I'll do is I will then line up this Lexus GS300 bracket. I will bolt this to the transmission, and hopefully the clearance is good enough that it will fit just fine. So we'll see here how it goes. But if you can see, that's how the clearance looks. The adapter is right there. So, and remember, this is pushed up because the jack, I'm using the jack to push it up. But in regards of clearance, it's pretty good. It just fits in there with no problem. It's just pushed up. So once I actually bolt this up, it will be aligned better. Right now it's not aligned. As you can see, the transmission is more pushed to this side because it's bolted here. So I will see how I can actually record under here. I don't have all my gear and stuff, but if you look, that's where the guibo is, and that's where your transmission tunnel opening is. So you would then just get a linkage, or as they call them for the BMW cars, DSSR. It hooks up right there to the shifter, right there. And then you would just need to get it to come out right here. So it's a really short distance from here to there, and then your shifter's there. If your opening was further back, your linkage just needs to be longer. If it was shorter, it just needs to be shorter. And that's one of the things I like about the BMW transmission shifter linkage, or DSSR, because it allows for a much simpler way of running your shifter location. So you can keep your OEM opening and then get your shifter to come out of that spot if that's what you prefer. So, but anyways, let's start trying to get this thing off.